Hello, and welcome to the show. It's Wrestling with Entertainment, the only audio experience on the web today. The trusted choice for interviewing all your favorite wrestlers every Tuesday and Wednesday, and previewing and reviewing the latest shows from WWE, AEW, New Japan, and everything in between every Saturday on YouTube and Castbox, sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. I'm, of course, your host, James J., alongside Kaliko Yachts.
We almost there. It's like WrestleMania season. Things are starting to pick up. So finally feels like it, right? Feels like you got the juices flowing a little bit. We're alive.
And Wrestling with is very much alive as well. We started the month off with an interview with Izael on Tuesday and Jake Braddock's on the 2nd. Two incredible interviews, two unique individuals from very different parts of the world. Definitely go into the archives and check those out if you haven't already. This upcoming Tuesday, we have Bad Bati from Dubai. We talk about WrestleFX DXB, um, Thomas Ramsey, Akuya Bourne, breaking Kano's leg, if you know what I mean. We even talk about some classic wrestling like Dusty Rhodes and Terry Funk. Um, Bad is definitely a good interview. You definitely want to check that one out when it drops Tuesday. And then this upcoming Wednesday, we have the founder of Ring of Rebirth in Singapore, Eurasian Dragon, one of the pioneers of Singapore pro wrestling, made his own company a couple years ago. We talk about that, some of his students, crowning the first ever Ring of Rebirth heavyweight champion, um, being tag team champions for 100 years, wrestling in Vietnam, India, Russia, winning tag team championships with a broken freaking wrist, and a lot more. Eurasian is a fun character, interesting stories. You definitely want to see his interview on Wednesday. But don't take my word for it. Here's some clips now. What was you eating in California?
So my favorite restaurant there was Sizzlers. Is it Sizzlers,
Yes.
right?
Uh huh.
Yeah, I like the steak, the shrimps, the salad bar, everything in it. Of course, I'm a big fan of In-N-Out, but I tried to eat as healthy as I could. But In-N-Out burger was on it was unavoidable, by the way, if you're going, even if you were on a strict diet. So I ate many American food in LA, and I like the vibe, by the way.
Yeah, and I was just scrolling through Facebook at a rest stop. Uh, and it was, I think, the time when the Rascals showed up in NXT. So I was just watching their clip and I was like, oh, wow, these guys are really good, man. I'm really entertained by them. And I look up from the phone and the bus has left without me, man. And then like my luggage is on the bus, but thank goodness I had my personal items on me because like most wrestlers, I carry a fanny pack. So the fanny pack on me, the fanny pack had like my passport, my phone, my wallet, and stuff like that. But my luggage bag had my had my wrestling gear in it, as well as everything else. Like the toothbrush, the towel, the change of clothes, blah blah blah. But the fucking wrestling gear was on the bus, already on the way to KL, and I'm stuck at a rest stop, stranded as fuck, man.
Alright. And then on the 15th, we have the Stoner Brothers. On the 16th, we have Murillo D'Angelo. On the 22nd, we have Robin Zane. And on the 23rd, we have Jake DeLeon. So, wrestling with entertainment hot in April. it's not just a great month for wrestling, but it's a great day for wrestling because we are wrestling with the news. Um, and we're starting off with some bad news. Kevin Owens is reportedly injured right now. Um, it's undisclosed what he's had. He hasn't wrestled since the Elimination Chamber match, the unsanctioned match against Sami Zayn. Um, it is unconfirmed if he will be appearing at WrestleMania or not, which kind of leaves things up in the air, which is not a great way to be going into your biggest show of the year, no, Kaliko?
I mean, true. I mean, considering the storyline he was building with Randy, it's a bummer. Because it was time for them to get their hands on each other, but that match took a toll on him. I mean, that match took a toll on all of us. He hasn't been seen in a match since. Has he ever had a match since?
We haven't seen Sammy either.
Yeah. So I mean, that match tore them both up. To be quite honest.
Right. But I mean, obviously Randy Orton is one of your biggest stars. Um, you only have what? 2 weeks, like 15 days to build a new something for Randy Orton. What do you do with Randy Orton 2 weeks out from the biggest show of the year? I'm assuming don't put him in the Memorial Battle Royal, no?
Oh, I was gonna say, is he the winner? Why not? Unless you could just pop something real quick. I mean, unless you just, it'd be rough for him to get just, I mean, Drew, considering that they're trying to throw him in with Drew and Damian, considering that they're trying to buy for a title shot at Cody. So, it's tough.
So maybe a triple threat?
Could be.
I mean,
he's not like the first time he's been in a triple threat for the U.S. title.
I mean,
Or even, not U.S. title. He was in triple threat for the U.S. title. Makes no sense. I mean, another triple threat won't kill him. You want to work as much.
I mean, you're looking at 3 triple threats at WrestleMania. Obviously the CM Punk, Roman, Reset, and then Rhea, Io, Bianca. I mean, they can do it, but I mean, three triple threats is a little overkill in my opinion.
It's 2 nights. No one's really gonna care.
Maybe you're right about that. Could you factor him into maybe something with LA Knight?
Knight doesn't have no one to deal with. But it'd be weird because people are gonna want Randy to win.
But I mean, when's the last time Randy actually did win? Like I saw something online that said, since Randy came back 2 years ago, a year ago, he's only won the Survivor Series match that he came back. He's lost every single paid preview he's been in since then.
Well, but he doesn't need to, so
True.
what does it benefit him?
I mean, at this point, whatever he does, people are going to be happy to see him, in my opinion.
That is true. As long as he's in something and people are there. I mean, he could win the Memorial Battle Royal, no one cares. So and which is a good boost for it. I mean, when the last time you had a credible winner?
I can't even remember who won last year.
They even had it last year.
I'm assuming they had it last year. 2 years 2 years ago, it was Bobby Lashley because he was supposed to wrestle Bray and he didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, was it Bronson
Uh,
Reed?
Bronson. Was it Bronson? No, because it was on SmackDown. They usually put that on SmackDown.
Yeah, it's usually. But I mean, they're gonna
On
maybe do.
SmackDown, and it was Bronson Reed. You're right. It was last year Bronson Reed on SmackDown. So yeah, it wouldn't make sense. He needs to be in a WrestleMania match. So either put him in with Priest and Drew since it's already there, de facto number one contender for a title shot. I mean, that could work. Or just save him for the night after. You know? But I mean, I think that's going to work as much as they can, or figure out if Kevin can go. So I wouldn't, I mean,
Right. I mean,
I wouldn't put it all like it's a for sure not happening.
right. I mean, if Kevin Owens can make it, he's going to make it.
Yes.
So, yeah. I mean, maybe it's too soon to say, but we're getting pretty close to it as well. So we'll just have
It
to.
is true. It's just a matter of the nature of the injury. And maybe it's undisclosed because they don't want to, make it. Yeah, I don't know. It could be could be a storyline, could be, but it sounds like it's not a storyline. But the problem is, it's just,
Right.
I mean, he's taken some bumps the last 4 or 5 months. I'm surprised that it didn't happen sooner, to be quite honest.
I mean, the gnarly bump he took from Cody at the Rumble.
The Rumble, then he had that match with Sammy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Owens be working overtime.
Owens need to. He's like, pay me.
Right. Hopefully, it's nothing serious, and we could see Kevin Owens, Randy Orton at WrestleMania. No problem. Another person on the injured list is a one Nia Jax. But I should rephrase that. She's not clear to wrestle. It didn't necessarily say that she was injured, just that she was not cleared. I mean, you could kind of put two and two together, or, they go together, but the person reporting it was careful to say that she just isn't clear to wrestle. I mean, odd phrasing in my opinion, but yeah, Nia Jax hasn't been seen since Elimination Chamber either, so that's solving obviously a lot harder than we initially thought it would. No?
Yeah, I mean, it sucks that everybody's getting hurt right at this time, which,
Right.
oh shit. But then again, you also have to look at the card build. Not everybody was going to be on that card anyway.
No, you're
But
absolutely.
it would have helped for like the night before with the filler matches. But, we'll see how they deal with that. I mean, hopefully it's nothing serious for her. I mean, but then again, she kind of ran her course with Tiffy, so she gets a break, And
Right.
she had a good 2024. So, I mean, give her a little rest, recharge, come back.
I mean, you're absolutely right. Like, not everybody was going to be able to make it to WrestleMania. Unfortunately, I don't think Nia was one of them. Despite having the 2024 that she had. Um, but yeah, hopefully she'll be back soon, and maybe they're just holding off on her as well because everything is going on, and she's not necessarily factored into anything.
I mean, it would be nice to hold her on there. I mean, technically, her and Tiffy ain't done. Although they try to make it seem like it's done, to me, having a tag match with is not. You know what I mean?
Right.
That doesn't scream done to me, but it also holds that story back.
I mean, they could always run it back.
Oh, they're gonna run it back.
WWE, well, maybe not all the time, but most of the time, they know when to run it back.
Yeah, they know when to run it back. That is for sure.
Um,
As of late, they are good with their callback. I'll say.
yeah, they've been consistent as of late, is a good word to say. Um, that being said, Asuka hasn't been seen since March of last year. It's being reported that she should be back after Backlash this year, so May. Um, what was Tungaloa is supposed to be back in June, and Dragunov is supposed to be back in September. So, still the injured reserve list right now still has a little bit of time left.
True.
If I'm being honest, I kind of forgot that Tungaloa worked in WWE. No shade to him.
Yeah. I mean, come on, man. Don't do that.
Yeah, no shade, but yeah.
And no disrespect, but I forgot you even went here.
I'm assuming that when he comes back, he'll be doing something with his brother, which is the most logical thing to do with him.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to be doing a review, a preview of WrestleMania, in the coming weeks. But if Io holds on to the women's championship, I wouldn't necessarily hate a Io Asuka title match.
No, I mean, nah, that ain't happening because they were tight.
I mean, before they were tight, they were pretty fierce enemies as well. Or do you forget the times he called her a bitch in English?
Well, somehow that didn't factor when they all jumped into damage control. So that shit must have went out the window.
I mean, I feel like it's just time for damage control to take their losses at this point.
I mean, if they were going to take their losses, they would have had Dakota turn.
But that would actually mean that they gave a crap about Dakota. And they
But that would be the person that would break it up, wouldn't it? Like, it wouldn't make sense for Asuka to break up a group that she was the last person to join them.
I mean, it kind of would, because Asuka don't give a fuck. I mean, that's literally her MO.
No, because that ain't her baby. That's the whole point. It's like, it was Bailey's baby, and then it became, you know what I'm saying?
True.
That thing is Bailey. Like, the two people that actually cared was Bailey and, I mean, yeah, it would have to be Io or Dakota breaking that up. Ain't?
I disagree, but I think Asuka could definitely disrupt the system if she needed to.
Yes. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like we're way too we're nowhere near September, so I don't think Dragunov is necessarily worth talking about, unfortunately, until we get closer to.
That is true. Wait till he's gonna have to come on back. Just wait for him to come on through the back of the club, through the back of the club. He's just gonna sneak in through the back.
I mean, on the upside, Tyler Bate made his return to Raw on Monday, this past Monday.
I know.
So good on him.
He's young. He's still got time.
Very true, yeah. He's still in his
Like
20s.
people forget he's still like in his mid-20s. Like, it's crazy to think that I felt like he's been there forever, and he's only in his mid-20s.
Because he won when they did the UK tournament.
The UK, he was like 19.
He was 19.
Yeah, he was like young.
He was literally 19.
Literally just graduated high school and shit. Like,
yeah.
So I get it,
Well, I guess Pete Dunne turned face now because they did the Corner Cats crew give me some catch or the catch-up gang or whatever the fuck that they call themselves. They really
now is that gonna take away from the catch crew in NXT?
Or Cats 2/2 in New Japan?
Yeah, who knows, man? God knows.
If they all unified into one, they'd be Catch Me If You Can. That's actually
what
not
they need
bad.
to do is catch me a break. That's what they. Jeez, I mean, it is what it is. They like it, I love it.
On the AEW side of things, Mark Davis got injured, unfortunately. Fractured his ankle, I believe. Or fractured his foot. So he's going to be out for quite some time, unfortunately. Just another bad break for Davis, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I always felt like he was the better of the two from Aussie Open. He even made a really good strive in New Japan, in the New Japan Cup a couple of years ago. But hasn't had any momentum since then. Everybody's been going with the flatulence guy, so hopefully he'll catch his break at some point. I do see like there is potential in the guy, and hopefully...
Okay, let's not say catch his break. He already done broke something. He will get his opportunity. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, maybe in Catch 22, or Catch's Catch Cam, or the Quarter Catch Crew that only has a dime.
Who knows?
Yeah. We shall see.
We will see.
Going from people that were injured to people we wish didn't exist anymore. Rusev. He's coming back to...
How dare you?
He's coming back to WWE, unfortunately.
Oh, unfortunately?
I have never been I've told you this before. It's no secret. I've never been a fan of Rusev. I don't think Rusev was as over as everybody said he was over. I think that Aiden English was more over saying his name than he was actually as a pro wrestler.
That's cold.
I mean, it's cold, but it's the truth. I mean, what did Rusev really do in AEW?
You mean that's not on him?
I mean, it's a little bit on him, I would say. But
Part of it
obviously,
was he was
I'm a bit
mostly
biased.
hurt, and then they just threw him with a title that no one really that was hot potato, so they gave it to the Coffin Kid, and then
The Coffin Kid.
but yeah, and then after that, he just was like in the wind. To me, I mean, he was in the wind when he got there. They just did him. They did him like everyone else. Ex-WWE guy gets there, gets a major push, gets a title or title shot, realizes that they only put him there because he was the WWE guy, and then the rest is history. It's just, I mean, no different.
I mean, he was one of the first to actually do that. So
Yeah, and I mean, Rusev is a solid hand. I'm not gonna I mean, to sit there and say he's not, he's solid.
so
I think it's just gonna be interesting him going backstage with Damian Priest after all the alleged rumors with that. That's what I'm there for. I'm here to see that happen in the parking lot. That's why I want it
okay, so
at all costs.
you're looking for the smoke.
The smoke is already there.
Yeah.
Rusev waiting in the parking lot, especially considering they got back together. Oh gosh.
Yeah. Okay, maybe you've brought up something that will actually excite me. Damian Priest.
Here for some smoke in the city. If there's gonna be some smoke in the city, that's where it's gonna be.
Rehashed the Bobby Lashley rivalry, but with Damian Priest this time.
I mean, that was real life. At least Bobby was some bullshit.
Right.
Just saying.
So you think that there might be some upside to Rusev coming back to WWE? Is what you're saying?
I think so. Yeah, they need more big guys that can throw a motherfucker around here and there.
Yeah, because they don't have enough big guys. Like, I don't know, Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa, Braun Strowman, Bronson Reed. Yeah, they need
I
more
mean,
big guys.
Bronson's hurt. Braun is in no man's land. Jacob is more of a I'll fuck you up than I'll toss your ass.
Well, we're not
So,
denying that he can toss people, right?
I mean, we've seen him toss people. I'm just saying he seems more of the latter than the former than the latter to me. He's all gas, no brake. And him tossing Gargano like a rag doll doesn't count. I mean, I've seen him. He tossed Strowman. Strowman ain't been right since Jacob got him. See, you need more big bodies, big men slapping meat, beating each other down.
I feel like I'll give AEW one thing. The gimmick he had where he had his god and his hot flexible wife, it worked. He actually looked like somebody that was somebody. But before and after that, it didn't work. I don't know who he wants to be or if he could recapture what he had in that small amount of time he was that gimmick in AEW. If he can, he might actually have something. But if he can't, then I think he's going to be in the same boat Andrade's in right now. If I'm being completely honest. And when I mean the same boat, I mean backstage and catering.
Man, okay. Yeah, Andrade came back. Well, but Andrade got blindsided. He came back and his wife said, "Yeah, we out." It's like, damn, like, bro ain't been right since. I'm just saying.
Well, at least he doesn't have to see her anymore backstage. Because he has a completely different face.
Damn, that's
Boom.
fucked up. Ay,
Stop me when I'm telling lies.
ay, ugh, yeah, brutal over here.
Um. So yeah, Rusev making a return to WWE. Don't know when that's gonna be. Um. I'm assuming it would be maybe a night after WrestleMania type scenario.
Now the question is, does he come back with Rusev Day or Rocky for Rusev?
Um. I don't know. I think both are dead at this point, so maybe something completely different. Ooh, put him with what are their names? Pretty Dudley. Put him with Pretty Dudley.
What?
Yeah, they're pretty. He's deadly. Put him in one of those super crop tops. Have him dance with them, and when they get in the ring, they'll dance. He'll fuck people up, and they'll win matches, and everybody wins.
God, take me right now because this boy is on one.
Well, your suggestion was him going back to old gimmicks. I'm doing something new with him.
Oh yes, put him in a comedy shtick and then just, so we could take him less serious than you already do. Hooray.
Would it be any worse than when he was with Kip Sabian?
Yes.
Well, you have a high opinion on Kip Sabian, or a really low opinion of Pretty Dudley.
Yes.
Boy, um, on NXT this week, Ricky Saints won the North American Championship. His first singles championship in WWE, his first singles uh, title win on televised TV. So, yeah, congratulations to Ricky. And congratulations to Shawn Michaels for putting the strap on Ricky so soon. I mean, like what? It's been like a month.
It's 2 months. But who's keeping you?
I mean, I feel like it's half yes, Ricky's a star, and half AEW fuck you. You know what I mean? You didn't put a singles championship on this guy. We did it in 2 months, and he's already a major star for us.
I mean, it was Sean Spears. Come on, come on. Let's set the brakes.
What do you mean?
Pump our brakes. He beat Sean Spears. It ain't like he beat Oba. If he beats Oba, if he had to beat Oba Femi, then we talking.
I mean, it doesn't matter who beat. He beat for the championship. It's that he won the championship. No.
I mean, yes and no. Would people have cheered for Cody so hard winning the title if he had to beat, let's say, think of a person, AJ Styles?
Um, I mean, depending on the rivalry, and how they built it, I think they would have. I mean, more than half of the storyline with Cody wasn't against, the person themselves. It was about his own personal story of finishing the story. But if he was finishing the story beating somebody like on the lines of, I don't know, Cheeseburger, then yeah, I would get that.
Cheeseburger. Yeah, I don't. Sometimes it matters who. He beat Spears. I mean, he's got the title. I'm not knocking that. It's a matter of now, what do they do now he's a champion? Who do they build him against in his run with the title? Which is more interesting to me. That's the interesting aspect to me.
Well, as of right now, it seems like it's going to Ethan Page. That's the rivalry we're getting right now. That Ricky's going into. So
I personally thought Ethan Page would have been in the upper title picture.
Yeah, no. That's kind of exclusive for Tripp and Javon, apparently. Why the fuck Javon is in the main, is getting a title shot at the biggest, NXT event that they have, is beyond me.
Now do you see what I'm talking about? Because who did Javion lose to the last time?
Ethan Page.
Thank you. Ding, ding, ding. That was the only reason I even brought it up. Common logic. I was just...
The last match he had with him at Madison Square Garden, Javon actually won. So, I mean, he did get the last word in that rivalry.
He may have got the last word, but I can make the argument, goddamn, Ethan had more say-so.
Considering that he broke his jaw, I would say so.
Yeah, like, not even close.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like Ethan Page will get back there again. It's just a matter of, time. He goes where he's needed, I'll say. And this is where he's needed right now.
I mean, I thought he would have been more in the title picture, kind of coercing his way into it via, I can't think of her name. Ah, shit. Ava, there we go. I knew it was coming. I mean, I thought he would have butted his way into that more than anything.
Do you think we'll see Ethan Page on the main roster at some point?
Eventually, but I think they're gonna run that Ava, Ethan, all in his way story up to the wheels fall off. I would.
But they haven't really gone with that since The Rock came down to NXT and told them, respect her and we don't have a problem.
They don't do that unless he plans on going off the lid one of these days.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that was just a way of ending that storyline. Because I don't know if... I mean, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember Ethan and Ava having a confrontation since then.
I mean, you ain't gonna do it after he done did that. It's a simmer down. It could be like Javion, or it could be like a scenario in which, honestly, this would be the perfect scenario. Because then I beat Javion so many times, why am I not in the title picture type the scenario.
True. Well, I mean, he's wrestling in TNA for the TNA Championship against Joe Henry and Kazarian at the ending of the month. So, I mean, there's not a lack of championship he's going for at this point. He's still presented very well, I would say.
Oh yeah, I just would have thought. I mean, he would have been a natural number one contender, but that's a whole nother discussion, whole nother debate, for a whole different day.
The other thing that happened on NXT last week was Stephanie Ricora relinquishing the North American Championship. Needless to say, the crowd was not happy about that. Actually booing Ava and cheering Stephanie until now. I mean, this is how you know you have a star on your hands, when you have like a riot on your hands with the crowd, and then she takes the mic. Everybody is dead quiet, and what she has to say actually makes people cheer her and love her more. Stephanie said, NXT's given her so many opportunities, and she's so grateful for them, and that she wants to extend the same opportunities to the women's division that she was given. And the people just went batshit for Stephanie. When do we start saying Stephanie is going to be a megastar for WWE? Because it kind of.
I'm telling you, it's because of them looks, bro. I'm telling you. I was watching MMA. I was watching UFC in Mexico City, and guess who popped up on that goddamn UFC in Mexico City?
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, it's the look. She just got the look. They gonna market that to the moon.
She has the aura.
I mean, it's not. There isn't. I told you, it's just a sensibility. It's, how can I say it? It's like a mysteriously beautiful woman. There we go. Beautiful yet mysterious.
And it's obviously, she caters to a lot of different markets. Obviously she speaks Spanish, so that helps in that demographic. And like you said, she's just, incredibly likable. She has that aura. She has that look. And I mean, if you're doing a show of, if UFC is doing an event in Mexico, why wouldn't you've had, Io or Tiffy there? No.
In Mexico City? No. Well, first of all, you would not put either of them in there because it's Mexico City.
True. Yeah.
Which UFC in Mexico City, it's a big market, and they're promoting the Latin MMA community and Latin community in general. So it wouldn't have made sense. She would have been out of pocket. All of them would have been out of pocket. But
a UFC.
But the fact that you had that Chilean chick in New York, in Mexico City, tells me it.
Yeah. I mean, just a UFC event in general. You would maybe want one of your main roster stars on that show rather than, the NXT Women's Champion. No. They put the NXT Women's Champion on that show.
Because she fits that demographic.
But people are more likely to know who, maybe a Rhea Ripley is, or a Charlotte Flair.
Bullshit, because but she also wrestled in CMLL, so it makes sense she would be there.
I mean, you're not wrong. I'll give you that. But it's
Because she's more known in Mexico City than Tiffany Stratton.
probably yes.
Just because she put the work in. So that's why I'm like, I get why they threw her there. She's a known. I mean, that bitch was walking around Mexico City with 3 belts. Her coming up with 2 ain't gonna shock nobody.
Right. No.
Which helps her out.
Yep, the Dark Angel doing her thing, and people digging it. When she makes it to the main roster, I think she's gonna be doing some great things.
I pray they don't fuck that up.
I mean, that being said, Roxanne Perez, was wrestling on NXT for, a qualification for the North American Championship, lost to Lilani Kai, which only makes you, it only confirms the suspicion that Roxanne's on her way out. And I mean,
But the title's beneath her. The title's beneath her.
Not of the company. She's still staying in WWE. I mean,
No. She's staying in WWE, but the
going up to
title.
the main roster.
Yeah, there's no sense of her having that. The title was beneath her.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll get a clearer view of who wins, who's going to be in the ladder match for Stand and Deliver, but we still haven't gotten Roxanne versus Bayley at Stand and Deliver, which I'm kind of surprised that we haven't. That hasn't been announced yet.
I think it's coming. It's just a matter of when. Because I think that's either her swan song on the way out, or they're pushing that on the main roster, which either way, you're not going to go wrong.
You know, I don't want to say it's peculiar, but not a lot of rivalries are, teased for WrestleMania, but we don't have a lot of matches confirmed for WrestleMania. What do you think they've been so, close-lipped about what's going to be at WrestleMania? I mean, we're only 2 weeks out.
But we know Tony Hinchcliffe's going to be there. No,
Tell Tony.
Oh, gosh. It did. But, I mean, most of the matches we kind of see coming down the pike. It's just a matter of whether they want to do it. I think most of the matches are already put. It's just a matter of whether they want to put them in the SmackDown, the night after Raw, or WrestleMania. I think they're juggling which ones to put in where.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I mean, we can name all the matches. What was it? Gunther J.
We have 9 matches
Charlotte's
confirmed.
Gunther J. Charlotte Tiffy, Io Rhea Bianca.
AJ versus Logan Paul. LA Knight versus
AJ
Jacob
Paul.
Fatu.
Knight versus
Cargill versus Naomi.
Yep. Cena Cody, Roman Seth Punk.
Yeah.
And what's the 9th one?
Liv Morgan, tag team match for the, tag team gauntlet match. No.
Well, shit.
Liv Morgan and Raquel Gonzalez versus, to be determined. So they have a match.
Yeah, so that's 9. That's, and they still got to split those between night 1 and night 2. We know that Cody Cena's night 2. We know Roman, Punk, and Seth's night 1, and then we gonna know and it's not out the realm to put Gunther J night 2, considering they did it last year. So I mean, it's just a matter of.
Last year had 14 matches. And
Yeah.
we're at 9. So there's 5. They would need 5 more matches.
5 slots, and you still got to factor in the women's intercontinental titles, the tag team titles for both, the women's U.S. title, the uh, yeah. So you still got that's 4 matches right there,
And Randy
just
and
with
Owens.
those, and then Randy and Kevin, which should have been one. That would have, you see what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, it doesn't seem like the Intercontinental U.S. Championship for the women is going to be defended, but maybe
They better. Chelsea better be there because they'll riot. They will riot on Chelsea.
How do you feel the build-up's been for WrestleMania as of right now?
How do I think the build-up's been? It was lackluster till this Monday.
So
I mean, until this week. This week they kind of, because here's the thing. So they're really was trying to build the Cena Cody to get people in the door.
mm-hmm.
The Punk Roman Seth honestly has more drama now that, considering that Roman was cocky in his way of, oh, we gave you the main event. That's the favor. Check. And Punk just like, that ain't the favor, bitch. So that is its own thing. Trying to think of what else. Yeah, so those two are your bigger story-filled drama matches. The Gunther Jay finally got some juice. Thank you, Jimmy, for smacking the shit out of Gunther to make him a killer.
Jimmy only had to get juiced to to get the rivalry some juice.
Jimmy literally slapped Gunther into being a killer. And it worked. Who else? I mean, the Bianca match is interesting in the sense that they're overlooking Io, but Rhea keeps bringing up goddamn Jade. So something's gonna happen there. So you know what I'm saying? So, but they're starting to get there, and we'll do all this with our review. But I will say, finally, with 2 weeks left, they're finally trying to put some. It's almost like they were trying to do the main project so long they forgot all the side dishes that were going with it, and they're like, oh shit, we got to cook the fries real quick.
I kind of agree with that. Yeah, like. I always go for whatever reason. I'll always go back to the build up for WrestleMania 39. Like Rey Mysterio and Dominic was cooking since September of the year prior. Like they were ready to blow that match up for WrestleMania, and everything they did paid off well before they actually got to the match. Cody and Roman, everything that they had going, it started at the Rumble and it went well into Mania. Every rivalry had time to cook, and everything mattered. That every rivalry going in, you were excited about everything. And it just seems like this year the Flames weren't necessarily as hot as they have been or could have been. Jay and Gunther, like that shit was ice cold like 2 weeks ago, with the whole Alpha Academy involved in the storyline. Like that was dead, and Jimmy came in, pump some life into it. This should have been something that they should have done when they first started the rivalry, but I digress.
Well, I get it because they took the botch. So what they did was they made the botch a storyline.
Yes.
And they put it in the sense that he couldn't close the deal, which honestly, when you think about it, that's been the dovetail of his whole 2 years. I mean, he closed the case once, but that doesn't, you see what I'm saying? But
Right.
most people see that as a fluke more so than consistency. So that's why it made sense. And Jimmy putting the pep in him, I mean, yeah, that was one thing, but Jimmy slapping the shit out of Gunther, yeah, that was like, yo, yo. And Gunther's smile was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill this bitch. Because because it put Gunther in a place where it's beyond wrestling. Because for Gunther's character, it's always been about the wrestling. It's always been about it doesn't matter, I'm better than you. Because I am better trained than you. I've been to better schools than you. The whole thing of his aura is that I'm just better than you.
Right.
And as much as you can say that's formidable, it doesn't really make anything personal. So it took someone to make it personal for him to get personal.
Right. Well, hopefully, the match is actually. I mean, we still have 2 weeks, so we'll see what happens. You know, I'm not. I mean, obviously, I'm watching WrestleMania. I'm going to be excited for the matches. I feel like
I mean,
I could have
you
been a
look at
little
them
bit
prices, they're starting to go down, bro.
prices.
Yeah, I told you,
Yeah,
that
they have.
market's gonna market, baby.
That's because there's
Got
still 5,000 seats available.
That's my point. Market's gonna market. Everybody's holding. You don't know how many people are waiting on this market to go down.
Yeah.
I'm dead ass. Like it gets a big. So I'm like, if it goes down to a certain price point, we might be able to sneak it in.
And I'm here just waiting for them to announce Money in the Bank.
Oh shit! I mean, yeah, we'll see. Money in the bank.
So, like I was saying, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, um, it's not a bad rivalry. And they kind of started cooking last week on Raw, but it could have been so much better. You know what I mean? Like what we got with what we could have had. You know, it's frustrating. You know what I mean?
Well, it's only frustrating because people thought they would get Thugonomics John Cena, which it did make sense for him to get Thugonomics because if you got that, it would have put the whole thing is to make Cody look like the good guy.
Right.
Cody has to look
Um. Yeah. Let's shift gears. Sakura Genesis was earlier today, and when I mean earlier today, like at 3 o'clock in the morning. Neither of us have seen it yet, but before we even started recording, I was like, is this show even more previewing because it's kind of, cut and dry. Finley won the New Japan Cup. He's fighting Hiroki Goto in the main event. Evil is wrestling Yoda Tsuji for the Global Championship. I mean, those are your headlining matches, and it just kind of feels cut and dry. It they desperately need they desperately need star power on these shows, and they just don't have it. You know what I mean?
yes. I mean, they're in flux. It's not even. They need two things: star power and depth, and they don't have the depth. And we were talking about that earlier. It was just like, okay, are they even going to have enough to roster a G1 this year?
Right.
Because if they're doing buys for the New Japan Cup, God knows what the hell is going to happen at the G1.
They're gonna start Yoshihashi with 3 points.
Fuck yo, boy, no. I mean, if he's going to blow it, hell yeah, let him blow it.
I mean, there's 2 Bullet Clubs now. They split off into House of Torture and War Dogs. They're not, one cohesive thing now. David Finlay is, I want to say your top guy, Shane, but Zack Sabre Jr. still exists.
Yes.
He's not on the show, weirdly enough. But
Oddly enough.
yeah, Tanahashi is in his last year. Naito eyeballs are gonna fall out at like any minute, and then he'll be done.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Omega's in America. Jay White's in America. Kota Ibushi, who the fuck knows where he is? Who else? AJ Styles is in America. Okada is in America. Yeah, the what is his name? The people don't like Sota Umno. Suchi is still cooking. Suchi is getting there for 100%. Is getting there. And Uemura is not quite there yet. So I mean, they have people to come up. They're just not there yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's just a matter of how are they gonna make these people relevant to people? Now, the interesting part that might play a whole monkey wrench in it is there's one guy who says he's on his way out that might be coming that they could use on the way home. And that is Shinsuke Nakamura. Because as much as he could be a bridge to that, if used properly, if he leaves WWE.
And that's a big if.
Big if, yeah. I'm not knocking that. That's a big ass if.
I think that's I mean, you can't necessarily count chickens that when you don't have any eggs in your basket. So I wouldn't necessarily call it an option unless it actually becomes a reality. The reality is they don't have a figurehead of the company. They don't have a Hiroshi Tanahashi. They don't have a Kazuchika Okada. They're looking, like you said, when we were off air, they don't know who to get behind to get the people talking. We were thinking, Zack Sabre Jr. I mean, the dude won the Tokyo Dome main event 2 nights in a row. Kenny Omega hasn't even done that. And then the next month he loses it to Hiroki Goto. Like, what the fuck? It's not just who to get behind, it's just so inconsistent as well. Like, it's not like, oh wow, that happened. It's like, huh? That happened? You know what I mean?
Yeah, we were hoping that 2025 would have been the year of Zack Sabre Jr. So in my mind, I was thinking Zack Sabre Jr. be this pesky little thorn in everybody's side that nobody likes for 2025 until they get a person who is willing to, until they build up a guy that can take them off.
They definitely need either. I don't want to say an Okada, because obviously Okada was a big star for them. But they need somebody just to carry the belt for maybe a year or two until they find a guy that can take it from that person and run with it and be the star that they need them to be. Because what they're doing isn't working. Like Shingo, like everybody and their uncle got injured. Shingo took the belt. He ran with it for maybe a good 6 months, and until it was time to give it back to Okada, and Okada ran with it afterwards. But Shingo got New Japan through a really tough time at the time.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but it's been a tough time, honestly, since a lot of the Gaijins left. It's been a tough time because you had no one that you were willing to pay to boo.
Right. Except House of Torture and Evil.
Yeah. And that matters. I mean, that matters. That's why I was thinking, okay, have the year, let one of the guys that you think is going to be the guy build himself up, i.e. G1, slowly but surely getting himself up, and then go for it.
Right. It's going to definitely...
But, hey, I mean, we've been asking that for the longest.
It's definitely going to be interesting to see what they do for the G1 this year. I'm pretty sure we're going to be watching it this year. There's no Olympics, so we shall see.
We will see indeed.
Alright. I believe that will conclude our coverage of the news. And now a quick word from our sponsors. So,
Rogue Energy, the only gaming drink company in the world with 4 unique product lines to suit your task at hand, whether it be juices, shakes, smoothies, and everything else in between. Their low-calorie, no-sugar energy formula is the perfect alternative to sugar-filled canned energy drinks and sodas. Their extreme formula provides the most energy, focus, and sports performance possible. Their hydration line offers focus, ingredients without the added caffeine. Drink it anytime you're thirsty. And their shake formula is so delicious. Who doesn't love a cookies and cream, 0-calorie energy milkshake? First and foremost, they've designed every Rogue product line with performance and effectiveness in mind. It is critical that you look at the nutrition panels of drinks when comparing options. There are countless off-brands out there that are presenting low-quality, poorly dosed formulas that amount to expensive caffeine water. Every formula they produce is designed with optimal levels of high-quality ingredients. Additionally, you won't find a powdered gaming drink brand that dissolves better. No need to have chalky textures in your drink. Their taste profiles are unmatched, specifically designed for gamers, athletes, students, entrepreneurs, people with hectic schedules, individuals with low energy, podcasters who can't shut up, people who are health conscious, and so much more. Great as both a pre-workout and as a coffee energy drink replacement. Specifically designed every Rogue product line to be the best gaming drink on the planet. Rogue Energy, more focus, more wins.
use promo code WrestlingWithE for 10% off your next purchase. And we are wrestling with AEW Dynasty. It takes place on Sunday in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. At the Licorice Center. the Licorice Center. Let's go with Licorice. The stadium fits around 10,000 people, so it's a relatively small arena. And as of this recording, there are 10 matches confirmed. Probably as we get to Collision tomorrow, not tomorrow, later tonight, like 15 more matches will be announced for the show. But we're going to just be talking about what we have in front of us. The show as a whole, all the matches you see on the card, if you had a chance to look at it, what are your thoughts on it?
It's interesting because some of it could be cut and dry, but God knows what they're gonna do. Oh God, and that is the truth.
I'll say this. It has potential. They have potential of setting up some good shit if they just do it right. But then I'm reminded that it's AEW, so they're probably going to fuck it up.
I mean, I wouldn't. It's hit and miss. It could be the. I mean, I'm looking at it. It's honestly everything's gonna hinge on Moxley Swerve. I'm sorry. It is what it is.
Well, let's get into it.
The mood is going to hinge on that match. Everything else don't mean a goddamn thing.
I mean, you're definitely not wrong about that. I feel like the first three matches really don't matter. But let's get into it. The first three matches are Owen Cup tournament matches. The first one of those is Kyle Flatulence versus Mark Briscoe.
Next.
Is there somebody you see as a clear winner?
In the Owen Hart Cup or this actual?
In this match, Mark Briscoe versus Flatulence.
I could see it being an Osprey Fletcher final. Or they're going to touch each other in the tournament again.
After they had that hellacious cage match?
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, we literally pulled each other's guts out of each other. But we're just gonna have a traditional, good old fashioned 1-2-3 wrestling match now. And that's gonna be the last match. Fuck me. So you're going with Flatulence?
It's gonna be.
Probably. Women's Owen Hart Cup Tournament quarterfinal match. Mercedes Marnette versus Julia Hart.
Next, you know damn well who winning. Ain't no just.
I mean, why is Mercedes even in this match? I mean, she's that bitch show champion. So, what is she? What is she?
She's there to kill everybody.
Has she lost a match in AEW as of now?
I'm just saying it's Slaughter. Sonata Slaughter.
Yep. Men's Owen Hart Cup Tournament quarterfinal match. Will Ospreay versus Kevin Knight. No,
next.
There you go. Delayed reaction.
Oh, I mean, I just, you know, yeah, next.
AEW World Tag Team Championship match. The Ouchie Business, Robert Lashley and Benjamin Shelton with VIP. They're taking on the Learning Tree, Big Robert and Bandit Keith.
Next.
Not giving the Learning Tree anything?
Next.
AEW TNT Championship match. This match has no time limit and no outside interference is permitted. So that means that there will 100% definitely be outside interference. Cherry Garcia versus Porn Stash Page. Who wins, Kaliko?
Porn Stash Page. Adam Cole, Daniel Garcia. This is interesting. Garcia.
Actually, I made a mistake. It's not Adam Page. It's Adam Cole.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah. Obviously, my eyes are a lot crappier than I thought they was. Or maybe I... Yeah, I would probably say Garcia as well. That would make the most logical sense. Title versus mask for the Ring of Honor World Championship. Chris Jericho versus Bandito, Dito. I will say this.
Bandito.
I will say this match actually has a pretty decent story connected to it. Chris Jericho beat up Bandito's brother in front of his mother and sister and stole his mask. Chris Jericho, I know he hasn't been the best in recent years, but he actually afterwards cut a pretty killer promo. So I don't know if he just got like a good night's sleep or whatever. But Chris Jericho is actually on right now, so I think this actually might be a really good match. I don't think Bandito's actually going to lose his mask, I should say. So yeah, Bandito for the win. Alright,
Yeah, Bandito.
AEW World Trios Championship, the Death Riders, Claudio, Ida Cannoli, Pick Pack Pick Pac, and Third Wheeler Yuta versus Rated FTRK OK Owens. I don't fucking know anymore.
Jesus Christ.
We got Edge, Cass Wheeler, and Dax Hardwood. Who wins, Kaliko?
This is interesting because it, because I always say it's always, if one wins, the other one doesn't win, unless both loses and they get rid of this all for good. And I think most people are hoping that the latter. So I'm going to go with the Death Riders winning this match. And that means that something else happens. So
I say, but you forgot one major detail, Kaliko.
what?
Edge no yob.
Well, Edge no yob, Cope yob.
Who has Cope yobbed to?
Mox.
He didn't pin him, and he didn't tap.
No, it has to be pin or tap.
I mean, he didn't fucking submit. He didn't give Mox the satisfaction of saying he made him tap out. He fainted because he's an old man in a rocking chair. The back problem.
I mean, it is what it is. I think, me personally, if Cope wins, Moxley's winning.
I feel like the Dead Riders will win, and Dax Hardwood is going to be the one to cost his team the match. I think he's going to maybe turn on Cash, and Cash will take the pin, maybe? Or maybe Cash and Dax and Cash turn on Edge completely, and it'll end with
Isn't this their
disqualification.
last year?
Who fucking knows?
Who fucking knows? There it is. Who fucking knows?
If they didn't have that little tiff between Hardwood and Cope 2 weeks ago, I would have probably said, cut and dry, this is going to be FTR. But since they had that tiff, I'll just say it's going to go to the Dead Riders. Right. Three-way match for the AEW International Championship. Twinkle Toes McFingerfuck versus Rick Lachey versus Speed Testicle Mike Bailey. Who wins?
Kenny Omega, because he just got the bitch. Ricochet ain't winning. He ain't won shit since he got there.
I mean, he married Samantha, so that's a W, I would say.
A win in life, must admit. But a win in the ring is what he's looking for. But it won't be that day.
If he married her in a ring, would that have counted as a win in the ring?
No.
Okay. I think that I will say this. I do think that this has the potential of being a really good match, but it also could turn into just, flippy shit as well. So, I mean, it could be there's a fine line. It just depends on if Kenny Omega dictates the match or not. If he lets them do what they want to do, or if he calms them down to actually have a Kenny Omega 5-star match like he's capable of. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I mean,
What?
I still don't think it. I mean, Kenny just got it. Ain't no way he's losing it to Speedball Mike Bailey.
No, I definitely agree with that as well.
Let alone Ricochet. No offense, Ricochet. You're still above Yoshihashi. If that means anything.
I don't think that means a lot at this point. Well,
it means enough to me.
Well, let me ask you this: would Yoshihashi be more favorable in your eyes if he was married to Samantha?
Fuck no. He could be married to Beyonce and I don't give a fuck. Marry, I mean, fuck who he marry you. Marry you.
AEW Women's World Championship, Timeless Tony Storm with Lex Luthor versus Megan Bing. Who wins, Kaliko?
This is an interesting one because he kind of put her. Tony Storm kind of put her over, but considering Tony just got this, it's gonna be Tony. Megan's gonna put some whooping on that ass, but Tony's gonna come out with the.
Yeah, I agree with that. AEW World Championship match. Neo-Nazi Moxicillin versus Swivel Strickland with Prince Nana Nana, Nana Nana, hey hey, goodbye. Kaliko.
Can I just say something real quick before precursor sidebar?
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to have an interview with someone during Dynamite, one Renee Paquette, could you at least show some emotion when this dude is sitting up there looking you dead in the face saying, "I'm gonna fuck your husband up"? It's almost like, you know what? He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fuck this motherfucker." Blah, blah, blah. And she's like, okay, back to you. Like, wait, what? I mean, they need someone else. If you're going to interview Swerve, it needs to be somebody else because you glaringly see that difference, right? Am I the only one that's thinking that?
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, it's
Okay.
not like they don't have anybody else. They have Lexi Nair. They have Alex Marvez, as much as I hate him. They have
They have enough, is what
have,
we're saying.
They could put fucking Tony Schiavone to interview him if they need be.
True. So, I mean, to me, but all right, the rant, with that rant over, it's gonna be interesting with sport. Everybody wants this title off Moxley. So fucking bad.
Yep.
Is it feasible? Like, odds it's gonna happen. I personally think it's a slimmer chance, to be quite honest. So, to me, if the Death Riders win, like I said, then Swerve wins. With the help of one Hangman Page.
So you're gonna.
So,
oh, continue.
So I'm taking a faith on Swerve. Putting a flyer out on Swerve.
Speaking of flyers, Private Party went back on the milk cart.
I mean, the milk carton? The Have You Seen Me?
Yeah, they popped up for 2 weeks. They won a championship. They lost them to Bobby Lashley, and now they went back to the catering.
And they went right on back.
Mm-hmm.
Only someone had saw that coming.
Yep. So, as much as my heart and as much as my head wants Strickland to win, if I Swerve definitely deserves a title. Oh, he deserves his title back, the AEW World Championship. Moxley's not letting go of that bitch. And he's not letting go of that bitch. And he's not going to let go of that bitch until it's a major show. So, I don't think Swerve is going to win this match.
Really?
Yeah. Would
Mm.
you like to know who I think is going to beat Moxley?
Darby Allin.
No. What? Talk about somebody on the fucking milk carton. Like, where is he?
I swear to God, I thought that's where you were
No. He ain't losing that bitch until July at All In against Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay after the cage match, he called his shot. He said, "Whoever's championship at before All In, I'm wrestling them. I'm gonna enter the Owen Hart Cup. I'm gonna win it, and I'm gonna get the title match to wrestle at All In, and I'm going to beat whoever's the championship, whether that's Swerve or Moxley." They're gonna make a big deal out of it. They're gonna make Ospreay the champion. They're not going to take it off of Swerve just to put it on Ospreay 2 months later.
Although they had their history.
I mean, yeah, but
They had their match.
like you said, who does it benefit Will Ospreay of beating more for the championship? Roman Reigns or Shawn Spears?
You mother, now we want to use my shit. I see you. I see you, sir.
I mean, in WWE, AEW Logic Land, the bigger match is with Moxley because he's held it for longer. Could we agree on that?
We can. Well, by that time he would have had it for damn near 10 months.
Yep.
Give or take. Am I right on that?
I believe so.
What, June? He got it in what, October? August? I can't remember.
It was after. When was it?
It was before November because November rain, the whole November rain shit. So
let's see. Moxley was champion at. Hold on, I'm finding the match. Moxley was.
he beat him in Tacoma.
Wrestle Dream.
Yeah, that was like October.
Yeah, October 12th.
Yeah, that was October. Wrestle Dream was October. So yeah, he would have had it for what, June? About 8 months by then?
Well, all in is in July, so it would be 9 months. 9 months?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, roughly.
I mean, one might say that's been 9 months too long, but, you know, Tony Khan digresses. Alright, I think that's our coverage of, AEW Dynasty. And, that will conclude our coverage and this episode as a whole. Of course, thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment. But on YouTube and Castbox, this was sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. Join us this Tuesday as we interview Bad Bad Bati, and this Wednesday as we interview Eurasian Dragon. And join us every Tuesday and Wednesday for new incredible interviews, and every Saturday for our previews and reviews. Follow the show at Wrestling with E, both on X, Thread, and Instagram for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more. Follow me personally at JamesG993. Where can we find Kaliko?
I am Kaliko for as long as I have X. Countdown's coming, bichiados.
Okay. For Kaliko Yachts and Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling with Entertainment.
And really, Ricochet, yes, you are above Yoshihashi. Like miles.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.